So in this video, I want to talk about a new anime that is called Bell Cranel's New Adventure as he was reincarnated in an alternative world with a bunch of chicks that aren't mentally ill. This is an amazing series, and this is the title of the anime. I am not joking, I am being completely serious. I would never, ever lie to you about the title of an anime. It's called Unaware Atelier Meister, whatever. The Japanese title is like a book. This one's like, yeah, whatever. It's in the title of the video. So if you go in the comments, you go, what's the title of the anime? It's in the title of the video, numbnuts. So this is one of those action adventure fantasies, basically about a guy that looks like Bell Cranel, acts like Bell Cranel, is as ignorantly as bliss as Bell Cranel, and seems to have a bunch of girls that are kind of interested in him because of his sort of kind-hearted nature, and also the fact that he's able to make millions of dollars just from literally just going into, it's like Minecraft, and there's like a scene where he's just like digging through like a tunnel. He's like, oh yeah, I was just looking for some stuff, I can fill it in. And it's just like, dude, you literally dug through a tunnel and allowed for like trading carts to go for. It's just like, and then the chick just turns around and makes a profit. I'm just like, dude, this kid is just like got triple S rank skills. It's a fun anime. It's not something that you should take serious. Go into it sort of knowing the silly nature. Again, I titled it that way when I said the joke title because that's kind of what it is. It's like this sort of innocent, childlike kid that's just like, he's not child, but his mind, he's very just innocent. That's why I say he's like Bell Cranel, just without Hestia being annoying. I enjoy the anime. I just watch it for the silly nature, to see where the story goes, what kind of weird stuff he's able to do. But as stated, it's not something you should take serious. One thing I do find interesting, and this has become a new trend within the anime sort of sphere of all these new animes, is where main protagonist gets booted out of a like S-rank party or something, and then ends up having to sort of form their own new friends group or connections or join another party kind of thing. This seems to be like the new Isekai kind of thing, where Isekais were really big and you'd always get like a bunch of them every season, and then you'd get a Gigit video every 3 months saying the same running joke for 4 to 6 years running about how there's too many isekais, ignoring all the other series. But now this has kind of been the new trend where it's just like, oh, being booted out of a party, find a new party kind of thing. I don't think you'll get the same running jokes as isekais, because this isn't really one of those where it's like it's not as popular to kind of dunk on. So maybe over time it will, but for the time being, it seems to be a new trend, and I think it's just simply a supply and demand. People are kind of like, oh, well, this is like a self-insert for an isekai, but we can still kind of self-insert with like being part of a party and kind of joining a new one and setting new friends, and they kind of go from this like high-grade party to a lower grade, but their skills are secretly... That's kind of the premise of this story as well, and it follows those kind of trends. But it is one of those where I am kind of curious to see where the story goes when it comes to his connections and what kind of troubles that he may get into, because the fact is that he's able to do a lot of crazy things because of where he used to come from. Like, he's able to find really rare materials that are like worth a lot. He's able to dig through like mountains like it's no tomorrow. Like, he's a very valuable asset. If you could get your hands on him, you could make him do a lot of crazy stuff, and it's like groundbreaking. And especially the fact that he can do like the little gem things that are like worth heaps. He's able to cure curses. But there's also the past party as well, and it seems to be there's some interesting history there, certain characters that are a little bit shady. I do find that is a common trope where you have the past party try to impact on the current life that this individual is having. So far, the first 3 episodes, I think it's pretty simple. It does feel like one of those, when you're watching it, the episode feels like it's gone very fast. And I think you could look at that in a positive and a negative sense. Positive sense that, oh, it's really fun, so the episode's going really fast. Negative sense could be also that there doesn't really much that happens. It's kind of like, oh yeah, he did crazy thing. Everyone goes in awe about it. And then that's kind of the end of it. It's like, each episode is kind of like, what crazy kind of shenanigans does he get up to? And because he's so blissfully ignorant to sort of how things go around him, to what he claims was what it was like in his past town, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what, if he ever was to return home, what it's like there, because it seems to be these kinds of people there are just absolutely wonkers. They're like advanced civilization of superhumans. It's still a fun anime. Like I said, I'm just kind of curious to see where the story goes, from the sense of what kind of misunderstandings will he get into, the interactions he will have with certain characters. Will there be people that will know about his hidden gifts and will try to exploit it or try to get their hands on him? That's really where the story goes. It's pretty straightforward as that. His combat skills are pretty much non-existent, as far as like, oh, I got a dagger, I can like defeat enemies. But then when he's told, oh yeah, or not even told, but like the situation in like the third episode where it's like he stabs himself when trying to kill a slime, but then he's able to just take apart like a dragon because, oh, that's what they used to do when it came to mining them. And it's just like, the stupid nature of it makes it kind of funny, because it just goes from like, oh, I can't kill a slime, which is like a super weak monster, but this super powerful monster I can kill with a dagger, because even though it's got like hardened skin, is because, you know, we used to mine it back in my old town kind of thing. That's kind of the fun part of it. So I also do wonder if there's going to be romance components of it, even though when you look at the synopsis of the anime, there is no romance tag on it, but I do feel like there is going to be that kind of push as time goes on, where potentially two characters I can predict are going to maybe have a bit of a thing for him, particularly the main chick that kind of gets introduced first on, that's kind of royalty. Well, they're both royalty that I'm going to bring up, but the one with the sword, and then there's the kind of the princess chick, which had the curse. So I feel like those two are probably going to be the main ones that have a deep interest in him, potentially romantically, as time goes on. This is meant to be 12 episodes. It is based on a light novel, so if you do want to read the source material, there is light novels out there. I don't know if there's an English translation. You will have to go and find out yourself. Now, there is meant to be a dubbed for it as well. I'm not surprised, because this kind of series will probably do pretty well with that audience that is looking for a simple self-insert. Because of the nature of the character and the fact that it is a very wishy-washy, quiet, timid kind of character, it does make it easy for a self-insert for a younger demographic, which, again, I'm not hating on. I'm simply just describing what it is. That's what it is. If that's what you're interested in, then definitely knock yourself out. Because to me, it's just fun. It's silly. It's, as I like to refer to it, junk food. I would refer to what I used to use the saying of, and again, I'm not saying this is an isekai because I have to emphasize here, but I used to like to refer to like a lot of isekais as like isekai junk food, where it's just like, it's just fast food. It's like just easily consumptible. It's not the best thing, but it's still fun and it tastes good. That's what it is like for this. It's just, this is not an isekai. Much like the elderly guy one, where it's about a guy being a swords master and all the rest. That is not an isekai, but it kind of functions in the same way as enjoyment goes, where it's just one of those like isekai junk food kind of things that we've gotten used to, but it's just not isekai. Again, emphasizing. So if that's what you're looking for, the kind of junk food, fast food kind of power fantasies, then this is definitely for you. So again, love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of the first couple episodes? Do you agree with me that this is like a Belle Cranel from Damachi in a new world? Kind of inserted. I mean, maybe we can make our own headcanon that this is an isekai. So, again, love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you agree, definitely tell me. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.